Hello, dear viewers. Welcome to my channel. My name is Nola. Today, I want to just take a moment to thank my current community and those of you who have very recently subscribed. I really appreciate you doing so. And I just never imagined that I would actually get anyone to listen to me. That being said, let me jump right in here. Today, I felt an undeniable urge to get on here and share some things. It is Friday the 14th of March and the time here is about 7:59 p.m. as I record this. I tried to record something earlier, but Mercury is going to be retrograde tomorrow and it was kicked out halfway through. So I've been forced to start again. And I know that we are in eclipse season and today is a full moon, a blood moon, I think it is. And when there is an eclipse of the moon, it historically it's known for unveiling hidden truths, and it is a great catalyst for change. Let me just calm down because I'm always so anxious when I get on here. So whilst I know a little about astrology, I don't know enough to read a chart or write a chart or any of those things. There are other wonderful astrologers on here that could easily do those things. So I'm simply going to go with what Spirit has laid in my heart or in my psyche today. And I felt it was really important for me to share this with you. I'm generally a very structured person and I like to plan my videos and let them sit a few days before they go live after I have uploaded it. So this one I'm going to just upload it as soon as it is done. So it is going to be what it is. So I've had a busy day and I'm pretty tired, but I really wanted to share this with you because this afternoon and the very early part of the evening, I got a few hits. And I thought that it is really important for me to share these things with you. So the first thing that I got was about Elon Musk. And I've been told that he is facing substantial financial challenges. And this is notably to do with Tesla, and I think if you know anything about it, this should not come as a great big surprise or anything that you would need to be psychic to know. However, what a lot of us may not realize is just how substantial his losses have been, and there are certain things that he has gone to court over, and the courts have rescinded his appeals and so on. But more importantly, I understand that he will be going to court on other issues, and it's not going to fare very well for him. And this situation could have broader implications for the financial markets and also for the technological field. So it will have its ripple effect on the global economy. And allegedly, he has a major drug abuse problem. And these matters of abuse, because of his power hunger, this man is so hungry to have more and more, no matter whose heads he stands on or whose heads get chopped off. And I don't mean literally. You know, lots of people have lost their jobs and so on. Because of some of the actions that he's taking. And so that is the metaphor, chopping off people's heads. And so, unfortunately, he's pretty disliked around the world. In fact, he's pretty hated because of just the way that he has behaved recently. So, because of his alleged drug use and his power tripping, this could actually lead him into having a major health crisis. And while they may attempt to keep it under wraps, someone is going to rat him out. And so this is the kind of some of the kind of exposures that we will hear about him. And in addition, there will be a scandal that will erupt regarding the mothers of his children and his lack of ability to support them financially. Now, please keep in mind that these videos are for entertainment purposes only, and everything that I've said, because he is a public figure, or any public figure on here, is alleged. Thank you. There will be even further political upheaval in the world, and there will be some quick and fast leadership changes. In Canada, there's great anticipation surrounding Mark Carney, I believe. Yes, that is Mark Carney. Potential rise to be the Prime Minister, and I believe, well, I was told, so I believe it from my guides and my counsel. And you may be saying, who is my counsel? These are my council of guides. And I have a main guide. His name is Solace. And then I have a group that advise me and tell me the things that I am to relay to you. Now, keep in mind, I'm not unique. All of you, each and every single one of you, have the same abilities that I have. So, moving on. Oh my. So Mark Carney's potential rise is really going to be very, very good for Canada. He's going to bring them more stability and so on. However, the back and forth with the United States and so on will continue for a while, and it is going to weaken the ties that the countries have had between them over many, many, many decades. And so it's going to cause a lot of disruption, both for Canadians and for Americans. And this is not exactly breaking news, but this is what you can expect. And also, many Canadian citizens that are residing in the United States may have to return back to Canada. It's just how ugly some of this is going to get. So I'm not saying that these things are going to happen. I pray that everything that I say, that if it is negative, that there is time to turn it around, because always remember, people have free will and choice. So while I may have these predictions today, governments may change their minds, they may act differently, and people will act differently too. Meanwhile, the United States, the landscape is still fraught with tension and chaos. And allegations suggest that the current president has got intricate ties to foreign leaders. Not exactly news. However, this will raise concerns about national security and governance within the United States. I really feel for my fellow Americans, and I worry about the women and the children, because what I sense and what I see is not very good. Now, moving on to President Zelensky. There is going to be an attempt on his life, and I saw him with his left arm in a sling. So it means that he will survive this. However, not long after this happens, or this occurs, he is going to be stepping down and handing the reins to somebody else. This poor man is traumatized. He is exhausted physically, mentally, and spiritually. And he has really served the citizens of his country very, very well. In many countries, he is highly regarded. And so that is what I got. That was the hit that I got on him. And then I had some environmental health alerts And these appear to be escalating. I have the distinct feeling that there would be potential contaminants both in the water and in the air. And so it's going to be affecting the quality of the air and the quality of the water that you drink. And so you can expect to have some official announcements about this around the 21st of March. And so there will also be, I'm going to move to the continent of Africa, and I'm going to start with South Africa. There will be a large mining discovery that is going to send the greedy ones scurrying for control. And another chance to steal the loot, so to speak. But I want to speak not just on South Africa, but on the continent of Africa. The leadership on the continent of South Africa are really going to need to get together, because aside from some of the crooked dealings that have been taking place, there are going to be some massive natural disasters, such as massive flooding and the potential of even an earthquake. So I know that in parts of Africa there has already been massive flooding and big storms that have decimated many people's places where they live, but there is to be more of that expected. And so they are going to have to get themselves together to be able to help their citizens, because help will be greatly needed. And so another outbreak, an Ebola-like outbreak, pandemic, is what I was shown. I literally saw the tents and the patients on stretchers and so on. And when I asked my guides exactly what will this be, they said similar to Ebola, but also dengue or dengue fever. I don't know that I'm pronouncing that correctly, so please forgive me for that. And so with everyone traveling back and forth, a lot of the EU countries will be affected. So they need to keep a watch out for that also. And then in the United States, the LGBT+Q communities must take extra precautions to safeguard themselves. They are the next targeted group. And I'm not saying this to cause fear. I'm just the messenger, please. I'm delivering the message. And they need to be hyper-vigilant. They need to be mindful of where they are going and who they have around them. And I'm also going to share a personal story with you. And I'm not going to divulge any names, because this is a personal friend of mine who is a transgender woman. And she's had all of the upper parts done, but she chose not to do anything with the lower parts. And she was wanting to leave the country, and she applied for her passport. And when she went to her interview, her appointment, they refused to give her a passport. And when she asked why, they said because they could not give it to her in her female name. They could only give it to her, so she asked, can she have it in her male name, in the name and the sex that she was born into? And they said that they could not do that either. And she is just devastated and very, very fearful. And I want to tell all of you, and even myself, this. They started with the immigrants. Now they're going to move on to other groups of people, the LGBT+Q communities, and then probably green card holders. I don't know. So we have to stand together. We have to band together. We have to lean on each other on one side and prop each other up on the other. So if you know any and you love any LGBT and Q people, if you have those in your life, please, please give them a place of safety. And so I suggested to my girlfriend that she goes to a blue state. This happened in the state of Florida, that she goes to a blue state and tries to get her passport there. And so we are on a wing and a prayer that some kind person will simply turn a blind eye to what they have since been instructed to do, and help her, give her her passport, even if it's in the male name, let it go. And then, if any one of you know the entertainer and truth teller, Cat Williams, he must also be very aware of his surroundings and who he is currently keeping company with, because there's literally a bullseye target on his back. So if you know Cat Williams, or you know how to contact him, could you please tell him that Nola said that her guides and angels said that he must be careful. His guides and his angels know this too, and I believe that he probably knows this. The next thing that I'm going to speak on, excuse me, the financial sector, the global financial instabilities. Everyone is on high alert, and there are anticipated banking failures in the United States and a looming offshore tax scandal involving Switzerland and other foreign island nations that could also destabilize the global markets even more. The astrological significance of a full moon in eclipse, as I said, I'm not an astrologer, and I just know a little bit because eclipses they are known to act as catalysts for profound change and transformation. And these particularly affect personal and professional realms. So you as an individual may find yourself or things about your personal life being illuminated. So there could be a lot of breakups, a lot of divorces, lots of separation on a personal level, high emotions, extra super sensitivity, and on the professional realms, we may see that you may no longer be happy with what you are doing. You may find that there's been backstabbing on your job or in your profession. And so this celestial event really requires each and every one of you, every one of us, to have some introspection, to go within and ask what it is that we really desire. And so this kind of eclipse also asks that you go ahead and you use this as an opportunity to reflect, release what you don't need, and you will grow from this. And as we navigate through these turbulent times, it's crucial to stay informed and exercise discernment. You must trust your own inner guidance and your spirit of discernment. Ask your guides. Ask for a spirit of discernment and support one another. The energies of this full moon eclipse may be intense, but they also offer opportunities for collective awakening and transformations. And as I say that, we may hear of a lot of famous people getting divorced. And one other thing that I wanted to bring to your attention is that so much is going to come out, so much information is going to come out about governments and about, it's going to make our heads spin. Between now and July, if it all came out at once, we would lose our minds and be running into the streets. And I'm not saying this lightly. I really and truly mean this. So much is going to come about from what the governments have been hiding from us. So much light. There will be so much exposure. And so I want to ask you again, if you found this video insightful, please like, share, and subscribe. It's free to do so, to stay updated on future developments. And as I said, I had no intention of coming on here today to make this video. I have a video that's dropping tomorrow on anyone that is wanting to migrate or leave America, or any country for that matter. I recently left and moved to the Netherlands, and I've done a video that I hope that you will find interesting or helpful for people that might be looking to move. So thank you again. Thank you for being so gracious. Thank you for spending your time with me. And until the next time, please remember to be kind, because kindness truly matters. Everyone is dealing with something that we don't know about. And so until the next time, do take care, and bye for now.